What's up guys, it's Freeborn here, and I've got a kind of a fun thing I want to talk to you guys about today, and that is how to build a great caboose, how to develop glutes, how to build a nice butt. Everybody can appreciate a nice butt. However, a lot of people don't go about training for it all that intelligently. So I wanted to share some of what I've learned from other experts on this topic, people like Bret Contreras, as well as what I've learned in my own training and what I've learned with training other people. And first thing I want to start with is most people can train their glutes way more frequently than what they think. One leg day a week is just, in my experience, not enough for significant development of the glutes. So I would recommend training somewhere between 3 and 5 days a week. That may seem like a lot, but trust me, your glutes can handle it and they're gonna respond surprisingly well to the frequency. And that's what I've seen in my own training, in training other people, and that's what a lot of experts have seen too, working with their own clientele. So bump up the frequency. Even if you're only doing glute specific stuff on maybe you train legs 1 day a week, but then another 2 days a week you throw in some glute specific exercises, which we'll talk about in a second. So that's the first one. Increase your frequency to build bigger glutes, or more shapely glutes, or better looking glutes, more muscular glutes, however you want to describe it. Tip 2 is you need to work your glutes from all different kinds of angles and then work them in all kinds of different sets and rep ranges. Yes, hypertrophy or muscle building happens best in the rep ranges between like 8 and 15, but a lot of the research is showing really hypertrophy happens best when you do all the rep ranges and all the sets, and you vary the loads, and you basically span the spectrum. So if you're training glutes 3 times a week, it may make sense then to have a day that's heavier with lower reps, more sets, a day that's kind of moderate intensity and weight, moderate reps, moderate sets, and then a third day of the week that's kind of higher rep, lighter loads, fewer sets. So you're kind of spanning that whole kind of range of the spectrum of sets and reps. And then make sure you train it from a variety of angles. So the third thing I'll talk about is exercises, but you just want a lot of variety of exercises. You don't just have to do squats, or you don't just have to do deadlifts. You should do squats, deadlifts, lunges, everything, all kinds of different glute exercises, which if you just do a quick search into YouTube or Google or any search engine, you will find tons and tons of options. In fact, really the top go-to expert in the glute building field is Bret Contreras. Just search his name in glute exercises and your mind will melt with how much there is out there. And then the third tip ties right back into what I just got done talking about, which is you need lots of variety, which means you need to use lots of different exercises. A lot of people talk about how if you want bigger glutes, you need to squat. No, squatting will help, but it's not the only thing. The number one exercise I would recommend for you to do to build your glutes that you're probably not doing is some form of hip thrust, whether it be you know, a basic variation where you're doing like a supine bridge with your back on the floor, kind of in a traditional sit-up position, and you're pushing your hips to the ceiling, or if you're doing like a very standard barbell hip thrust where your shoulders are actually elevated on a bench. But that is one of the best exercises to really load your glutes and activate them and really build muscle in your glutes. Of course, that's not the only exercise. You should also deadlift, you should also squat, you should also lunge, you should do the bad girl, good girl machines, the hip adduction machines at the gym, do your frog pump exercises, do your hip abduction exercises, do it all. But most of you guys aren't doing the hip thrust, which is probably the number one glute building exercise. So definitely look that up. You can search my YouTube channel, and like I said, a quick Google search, barbell hip thrust, you'll see what I'm talking about. It is an awkward exercise to do in any gym. It is a little bit uncomfortable, but trust me, your glutes will thank you. So that's my opinion. If you want to build bigger glutes, train them more frequently, train them on a lot of different reps and set ranges, lots of different variety of angles, and then make sure you're doing barbell or some sort of hip thrust in your workouts on a regular basis. I hope this helps. If you have questions, of course, comment below. Shoot me an email, steven@freeborntrainingsystems.com. You can find me on any of the social platforms. Just search my name, Steven Freeborn, and you can send me a direct message there too. Hope you guys are having a great day. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.